Welcome back, my sweet friends. So today what we're going to be doing is working in the kitchen, so let's get started. Okay, so we got our first snow, and I think this is the weather where we have soup, so I'm going to be making a vegetable soup. And there's Dibble having his outside time. So the things I will be using for my vegetable soup will be frozen vegetables, mixed frozen vegetables, peppers, celery, red onion, white onion, vegetable bouillon, minced garlic, onion soup mix, a can of tomatoes, and some cabbage, and then some other spices. So what I'm gonna do is prep all my veggies and get those ready, and then I'll be back. Okay, so in my big pot I'm going to put around 2 teaspoons of oil, and then I'm going to saute my onions and celery and let them cook down. Okay, so I got everything ready. So the peppers are all diced, red, orange, and yellow. Then I've got some frozen vegetables and extra onion. I got the can of tomatoes. I will cut them in half when I go to put them in. I got some real tomatoes I'm going to use up. I got the cabbage cut up and thinly sliced, so it's not too thick, just like that. Garlic powder, Italian seasoning, onion powder, salt, pepper. I won't need much salt because I am going to be using 2 vegetable bouillon cubes, and then I have garlic, minced garlic in the jar. So that's everything I'm going to be putting in this soup. Oh, and I have my onion soup mix, which is also going to go in. Okay, so the onions now are translucent. They are now taking on color. So the next thing I'm going to put in to start getting soft and taking on color is the peppers. So I'm just going to pour those in and let them brown for a few minutes. Okay, so they've been sauteing for about 3 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is add my spices. I'm going to do Italian spice. Now this is for as much as you want. It's for your family, so you decide how much spices you want. And then I'm going to add some garlic and onion powder. And then I'm going to add the onion soup mix. I'm going to turn the heat down, and I'm just going to let the seasonings cook for like 1 minute, just to bloom. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add my vegetables. I'm going to pour a little bit of water. I have the kettle boiled. Give it a quick stir. I'm going to cut up my tomatoes. Okay, so now what I did was I took hot water out of the kettle and I broke up my 2 bouillon cubes and just crushed them and put them in the bowl. So they're in there now. And then I took my can of whole tomatoes and I diced them up. Now I rather do that than buy the diced ones already or the crushed ones, but that's totally up to you. You could use whatever, or you don't even have to put the tomatoes in if you don't want to. I'm going to give that a stir. And then I'm going to add the tomato juice that was left in the can. Put that also in. And the last step is we're going to add the cabbage, and then we're going to turn it down on low and let it simmer for a couple of hours. No, and we're going to put some minced garlic in. Let me put the minced garlic in. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of minced garlic because we like garlic. It's up to you on how much you want to put. And then I'm going to add the cabbage. I'm not going to add salt right now because of all the other spices I added. They have plenty of salt right now. You should try it after it's cooked a while and see if you're going to add salt. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Now I'm going to add the cabbage and then let it simmer with the lid on for a couple of hours. And if it needs more water, I'll add more water. I'll let you know. But so I'm just going to pile in some cabbage. Again, how much you want is up to you. And this will melt down. It looks like a lot, but it will shrink. I think that's plenty. That's about a half a cabbage, the half a cabbage that I showed you at the beginning. So I'm just going to stir that and let it simmer for a couple of hours. Okay, so I have it all stirred up. I am going to add just a little bit more water just to cover the cabbage, just below the top. So I'll give that one more stir, and then I'm just going to let it sit and do its thing for a few hours. It smells really good already. Okay. Okay, so it is now done. It's been a couple of hours, but it's a little bit too thick for me, so I'm going to add a little bit more water and let it simmer for a little while longer. But that's pretty much dinner tonight. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do an upload. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye everyone.